to be as quick as I can make it. This video is going to show what I did to wire up the cargo lights and the running lights for these aftermarket tow mirrors. These ones right here. If you're curious about the aftermarket tow mirrors, you can take a look at some of the other videos I've loaded up, learn a little bit more about them. What I'm going to show you works for 2015 and a half or 2015.5 and up trucks. The reason why I have to say that is because halfway through 2015, GM added 4G Wi-Fi to their trucks, and in doing so they changed how they build them. Specifically, it seems like the body harness, which is this connector here, they actually just went ahead and started pinning them completely no matter the trim level. 2014 and 15 trucks, if you didn't come equipped with DL3 mirrors at least, or I'm sorry, if you didn't even come with tow mirrors, they wouldn't pin it. Because with this connector here, pins 9 and 11 are the ones in question. Those would not be pinned in earlier trucks, because when you get to the connector that's here in the door for your mirror, it uses the same pin for certain things. Like if you have DL3, I think pin 1 is a puddle lamp, and if you have tow mirrors, pin 1 is also the running lamp. Obviously that doesn't work if you just swap your mirrors. That's why a lot of people have issues when they try to swap OEM mirrors. So again, what I'm showing you will work for these aftermarket mirrors. Again, my truck had DL3, which are the small power fold chrome puddle lamp mirrors, and this is my original DL3 door harness, like every DL3 equipped truck has. And what I added is, if you look here, I'll do my best to show it. I don't know if you can read that, but this red wire here, you can see it kind of looks different from the rest. We've got a red, a blue, and then a red. I added the two red wires, you can see. And if you look here, this is pin 11. Okay, this pin slot, like pin 12, was blank, just like that. Somebody helped me find the pins that I needed, and I'll post that in the description, what pins were used. And then there's pin 9. And all I did was I took these pins and I crimped them to the wire that was included in the kit, pinned this connector, did the same for 9, and then that was it. Okay, because once again, my truck, and I'll try to see if my camera will show this. It will. Okay, you can't really see in there, but that's the body side of the connector. My truck, because it's a 2015 and a half, has those pins on the body harness and they get power, so that's all I had to do. And this works for both sides, okay? So I think pin 9 is the cargo, and then 11 is the running lamp. I'm not 100% sure right now. It's been a few weeks. I've been running it like this. No issues. This would be as close as you can get to plug and play. And looking factory. Obviously, I've done this to the passenger side, so we're going to walk around to the passenger side real quick, because I'm not going to put it back together. And you'll see I don't have any wires running around or anything like that. Let's see if I can pull it out. I probably can't. Nope. You can see the two red wires I added, which go inside the boot. And then that's it. So that is the latest and greatest way to install these. I'm just showing it one more time. All I had to do is add in pin 11 and pin 9, and that gives you, again, this is for DL3 trucks are upgrading to the same optioned aftermarket tow mirrors. That will give you as close as we can get to plug and play for each side. So when you go to disconnect your mirror, I'm not going to take my door panel off right now, but when you go to disconnect your mirror, they come with quick connects for these wires that you add. So instead of having to pull these out of this harness, you can just disconnect the wires at those quick connects, and then you can take your mirror off if you ever need to, and then you can just leave this. If you ever go back to your original mirrors, it won't affect anything. You'll just plug your old mirror in, and you'll be fine. You'll be good to go. If anybody has any more questions or anything like that, let me know. Running these, because I know this is going to come up, running these is pretty straightforward. It just takes a little time. You can push this boot back, and I went with 2 fingers, just like showing you on the camera, and just kind of pushed it through and then grabbed it from the other side and pulled it through the bottom, and then make sure you run it through like all these wires are running through this little connector here and everything. That way, because when this guy closes like this, your wires don't get pinched, okay? And then your install will be just like factory. Maybe in another video I'll show what it looks like with my door panel off. You can see everything looks pretty much OEM minus where it can't because it's an aftermarket tow mirror. But as far as wiring up your cargo and running light, this is the way to go. Before, I had wired them up into a pin that powered your backlighting here, and the problem with that was it was controlled by the dimmer. Obviously I don't run my dimmer at full blast, so my running lights weren't at full blast. And then another way was I had ran wires underneath to the fuse block under here. We don't have to worry about that. If you have a truck that has these pins already in the body harness, this is the way to go. This is probably the easiest way to go. Again, if there's any questions or anything like that, post them up. I'll do my best to respond. Hopefully this will be the easiest way for people that want to add these aftermarket tow mirrors. Thanks.